Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. And we are in our haven here at Pembroke Hospital, guys. We've treated most of the staff for fatigue at the end of the last episode, and we need to go talk to Dr. Swansea. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and spend this 2,385 XP that we got from Whitechapel. And the first thing we're going to purchase is our ultimate. Now, I went ahead and looked these over off camera, and all three of them sound awesome. We've got the Rage that allows us to teleport to around all enemies and strike them with furious blows. We've got the Blood Cauldron, which is just like the Thaumaturgy Path of Blood Power, where we boil someone's blood. But I think we're going to go with Abyss, where we create a shadow vortex and the shadows interrupt an enemy in an area and inflict tremendous damage. The reason we're going to do this is because this has, I believe, the most damage potential. At rank 5, this does 2,000 shadow damage, while Rage only does 600 melee, and Blood Cauldron does, looks like 915 blood. So at the end of the day, Abyss is going to do a whole lot more damage, and it just looks cool. Check that out. And since Reid is kind of a nice little hybrid of different World of Darkness style vampires, we got a little bit of Thaumaturgy with Blood Barrier, some Obfuscate with Shadow Veil, some Protean with the Claws. I think it's time that we introduce some Obtenebration into the mix. So let's go ahead and do that. And if we need to reset, I found out that we can reset all of these attributes like so. I think it's free the first time and then cost more XP every time we do it. But if we do it right the first time, we don't have to worry about it, right? So let's go ahead and learn the first rank. And that should be fun. Next rank opens at 2,000. Level 14 required, though. And we are just at level 11. What should we go with next? Got 1,300. Can we level up? Oh, yeah. We're going to go ahead and increase health. Put that up to rank 2. And stamina. Yeah. And that puts us at level 12. Not bad. How much is it going to cost to rank up our claws and such? 2,000? Yeah, that's going to... And then this goes off into different trees. We'll look at that a bit later. I think that's pretty much all that we can do. And we'll see, yeah, the following night. Feudal police raids in Whitechapel. As of late, the rumors that surround Whitechapel are ripening into facts. In the last 3 months, the police have suspected the district of hosting what might be the heart of London's medicinal black market. But of course, these suspicions will remain assumptions, for no task force or additional police presence has been sent to Whitechapel. No large drug stocks have been found, nor no crimes arrested. This masquerade has only been planned as a desperate attempt to conceal the blatant incompetence of the London City Council's Board of Health by giving the populace a cheap and easy victory while the epidemic spreads more and more each day. Worst of all, when you take time to review the most recent statistics, you discover that the district of Whitechapel is coping with disease much better than other parts of the city. Is it a miracle? Evidence of the activity of an illegal but efficient medical underground? More proof of the authorities' criminal incompetence? All I know is this. If a Londoner has a better chance to survive the epidemic by choosing to live in this godforsaken borough, I am ready to move to any cheap flea-infested flat some shady landlord will agree to rent me right now. Oh, is that our, the investigator guy, the reporter? So, Whitechapel is healthy. Wow. Good stuff. What about here at the hospital? Yeah. Now what do we got here? Merchants. Your actions have impacted the borough. Alrighty. We need a treatment for the common cold. And treatment for headaches, which I don't think that we have right now. Good deal, though. Anything going on? We really haven't been back to the docks to see what's available. Still, I'm pretty happy with how we've approached this. District status healthy. Now, let's Actually, I want to see, what was his name? Clayton Darby? Is that his? Yeah. Clayton Darby was the name of that reporter. Your choice concerning the community pillar have been reported by the press. Which was that right there. Merchants. I got told that I need to go ahead and inspect the cordial. And also, I forgot to tell you guys, I did find another document that we need to read. Let's look in our inventory here. The Swanborough Cordial. Oh, it's a quest item. Ingredients: aquafaunus, illa reptia, idem stellata, hydrogen peroxide. Okay. None of that sounds particularly good. I just got XP out of that. Now, in terms of... what did we find? I'll go ahead and show you. New hint available. Oh, we get to confront her. And then Mason Swanborough. Must be someone that we missed. Before we go talk to Dr. Swansea, let me go ahead and show you where I found this note, and then we'll look through the inventory. But if we go out here to the morgue... I think this is where the morgue is, right? Or is it over here on... yeah, it's on this side. At the end of the last episode... oh, no it's not. My mistake. I went into a little fenced area near Rakesh because I noticed that that one area was locked down. And yeah, this area right here, actually. I did find some bodies that we could inspect, and I did find a letter. I want to see right over here. It was off of this guy. Shillings. Crumpled letter. Yes. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Oh, Mr. Hooks. I think we may need to have a word. Job refusal letter that was sent to Joe. I think that actually might have been the letter in question. Gonna double check to make sure. Death report. Yeah, I think it all goes into... oh, Milton. Now, selling stuff on the side, that's one thing. But, doing what you're doing, that's no bueno. Looks like we have to go have a chat. Unknown. Ooh. Who is unknown there? Okay, there's Milton. We need to find a cold remedy here soon. Hello, sir.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Nurse Hawkins is your partner in crime? Ooh.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
Uh-huh.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Milton, how do we... oh, we got your blood quality up to max.
Goodbye, Milton.
Interesting. Now,
Came here.
what does she
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
have to say?
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
This game is making it kind of hard not to kill people.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
You put a price on hope. This goes against everything you swore to uphold as a nurse.
Report me then, Dr. Reid. Report the little nurse and keep on lying about the surgical errors, the wrong dosages and diagnostics that we all covered for the sake of our colleagues.
Touché. So is her blood quality? Yeah, it's maxed once we get the cold dealt with. 30% loss of blood quality, though. That's impressive.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Such lovely folk. Now, who was the unknown? Unknown blood quality. Okay, that was the victim. Gotcha. Never mind then. Let's go ahead and have a chat with Dr. Swansea.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
And then we'll see what we need to do next. Because we also have some side quests that I think we may be more equipped to do now, I suppose. Now that we're level 11, I think. Hello there, Doctor. I'm just gonna rummage through all of your things real quick. Oh, you have nothing to rummage. Wait, yes you do. Rare species of vampires. As a scholar and exegete of the ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklore into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires, and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth of the various types of immortals, based on what we know and what we've gathered through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term for what we have learned to call Ekin? Until that day, the four explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volkoids were a lupine type of vampire. We consider these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Oh, okay, those must be the beasts that we're fighting. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi or the Pushen of southern Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories of the bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James's Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading disease all around the city? What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British Ekans as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed amongst the mortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure about what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. From Unveiling the Night by Usher Talltree, Primate of St. Paul. Oh, the sweet, sweet lore. Oh, we're level 12. Okay. Alright, Doctor.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Well, sure, why not?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
He doesn't seem to have his priorities in the right place. But, to be fair,
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
oh dear.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
The eye was in the tomb. Attend Mary's funeral. Wow. Well, we did need to go back to Whitechapel anyway. So, yay? Kind of? Alright, well, guess we need to go ahead and travel that direction. Now, I'm going to go ahead and keep our,
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
And we've got Clay. Just got to keep my eyes open for those other two. Try and find out where they went. You also need to go ahead and, oh, the cemetery's over there. Another section of Whitechapel that we have not visited yet. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of exploring first. Because I would like to find out where those two went here in the district. And I really need to try and get in there when he opens that door. Because when I realized too late that we could have followed him. Okay, nothing down that way. However, it does seem to do a good job of Blackwall Farborg. Pointing out like resources and stuff. However, I do need to... Oh? Oh, that's the into the morgue. We've been through this area before. Keep out. So can't go that direction as of yet. We got that area of the hospital. And then I figure we can head back to Whitechapel and have a chat about the cordial and maybe meet Mr. Swanborough and see where it goes from there. The game is doing a great job, though, of those moral choices, of just the, oh man, I kind of want to be judge, jury, and executioner with some of these people. You know what I mean? That's the sign of a good game right there. Okay, is this the right direction? I see blood. Hello, blood. What's going on over here? We got some vampire hunters. Bum 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 bum.
Crush the leech, boys! We have to stop it!
And down you go. Yowza. Are you burning bodies? Yep, that is exactly what you're doing. Holy crap. That is not good. Got some rats. Is that a fountain? I guess so. Need to keep on looking up too to see if there's any area that we can teleport to. And got more hunters. Oh, that leads to the docks. I see, I see. I think it'd be cool to kind of like in Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, if you look up and just see someone up on the roof staring at you. Just suddenly. That'd be a nice little touch. So I guess those two are just kind of have disappeared into the ether. Got a rogue skull. Hi. Down you go. A large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade. Clay.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Tools of the trade. Oh. We have completed a quest and didn't even know it. Well, that's nice. Wish they could all be like that. Now this is the sewer entrance. This is where we found the lycanthrope earlier. Level 5 skull. Dangerous place. And apparently the game did not acknowledge that I had Hello. Oh, we got a shotgunner. Alright, let me have a word here.
Take its head!
No, sir.
Bloody monster!
Whoa!
Some of this!
No? Well, why not? Let's see what happens here. Oh. I like it. 89 oh, it's just, it doesn't look like it costing me blood, but there is a significant cooldown time. And its own little cinema scene. Well, I definitely approve. Did you guys all respawn? What's going on here? Oh, it's just you. Oh no, never mind. There's two of you. Take the opportunity.
Die, vermin!
Alright, now it's just
Shit,
us.
that leech is fast!
Down you go. Any loots? Well, you got me some bullets. I'm okay with that. Thank you muchly. And bodies on carts right outside the hospital. Man. Oh, this is where we started. We followed the blood trail. Can't go into some of these shops. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hand this back to Clay, I suppose. And see where it goes from here. Oh, wait a minute. There's someone walking down there. Is that... Are those the boys? Yes, they are. Okay. I was wondering where you two were hanging out. I saw your buddy, too.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighbourhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Ah, okay.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
New hint available?
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Do tell.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Soldier's guilt, childhood. I'll take a guess. I say you got buried under rubble or some such during the war.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Yep, shameful thoughts?
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Oh, the man you love.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
If you ate him, would he have been a Fig Newton?
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
There we go.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Yeah.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Gotcha.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
That's fair enough. And we need to go ahead and get that cold under control, Oswald.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Alright, guys. Well, I think that will do it for the episode today. We got into some combat. We got to check out our ultimate, which seemed awesome. And we found both Newton and Thatcher. I think we'll go ahead and talk to Newton at the beginning of the next episode. Go to Whitechapel to find the question about the cordial. And then I guess we'll go attend Reid's sister's funeral. So, good times. But hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.